Okay, Allie, seriously, what is your actual problem? Why would you even think about getting married before me? I mean, come on, I'm the cute one here. I should be the first one to get married. Oh my god, Olivia, are you for real right now? I can get married whenever I want, okay? Besides, didn't you start dating that new guy, 6 months ago? You've been bragging nonstop about how he's super successful and perfect and how you're obviously gonna marry him. Well, yeah, duh, because I am gonna marry him. And that's exactly why I'm so mad at you. You need to put off your wedding until after mine. That's a completely unreasonable request, Olivia. Not happening. We picked this date together for a reason, Olivia. It's not like we just spun a wheel and picked it at random. Yeah, well, that sounds like a you problem. I honestly don't care what kind of sentimental reason you think you have. None of it has anything to do with me, so I'm not gonna pretend it matters. Wow. Okay, wow. Look, we already did all of our reservation for the venue, catering, all that stuff. It's set in stone. We're not changing everything just because you feel like being dramatic. Fine, whatever. But just so you know, I swear, I am gonna get married before you. I don't care what it takes. Uh-huh. Well, thank you very much for this midday threatening text, Olivia. Hey, Randall, do you have a minute? There's something I kind of want to talk about.
Yeah, of course. What's going on? Everything okay?
So I was wondering about the invitations that you had sent out to your friends and family. If you had a number on hand, could you tell me how many people have replied so far?
Let me think for a sec. Yeah, I'd say about 90% of my guests have gotten back to me already. Why do you ask?
Okay. Did any of them tell you that they couldn't make it?
Yeah, actually, just 2 people said they're not gonna make it. One of them's got work commitments and the other has some stuff going on at home. Family related, I think.
Huh, that's weird.
It is? What's going on with you? Are your RSVPs not coming in?
I mean, it's not that they're not coming in. I started mailing them out within the last few days, and as of right now, every single one of them has said no. 100% not coming.
What? Hold on. Are you serious right now? Every single person said they can't come? But why?
It doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm honestly just as confused as you are.
Have you asked anyone what's going on? Did you message anyone to check?
Not yet. I was going to give it a few more days just to see if anything changes. Maybe a few more replies come in. But I figured before I start reaching out to people, I should probably talk to you first. I wanted to know where things stand because, yeah, it's getting kind of strange.
Yeah, no, totally. You did the right thing. Thanks for looping me in. I'd rather know now than be surprised later, you know? Okay, so here's an idea. Tomorrow when we meet up, could you bring the RSVP cards or whatever responses you've gotten so far? I just want to see them with my own eyes. If it's really 100% no across the board, then something's definitely off. And after I've had a look, then we can start checking in with people directly, just to see if there's been a misunderstanding or something else going on. Also, I think it might be a good idea to talk to your parents about it, too. I mean, yeah, I get that it might worry them, but honestly, I'd rather they hear about it now than later if things get even more complicated. It's better than dropping a surprise on them when stuff's already stressful, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'll talk to them. I just didn't want to overreact, but I guess this is starting to feel like more than just a coincidence. Thanks, Randall. I really appreciate that you're handling this.
Of course, we're in this together. We'll figure it out.
Well, Allie. Guess what I heard? You sent out those wedding invites, huh? and not a single person wants to come. Like, you're basically being ghosted by your own guest list. Yikes. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious. I always knew that you were a slimy backstabber, but looks like everyone else has finally caught on too. Oh, Allie, it's gotta hurt to realize that all the people you once thought were loving family or ride or die besties all really hate your guts. It hurts, doesn't it? Tell me how much it hurts. I'm dying to hear this. Olivia, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Do I have to spell it out for you? What you're experiencing right now? Yeah, that's called consequences. This is what you get for stealing my man, Allie. What? Now I see why you were so desperate to beat me to the altar. You just had to one-up me, didn't you? Olivia? What are you talking about? You and my fiancé have never even met. Even when I brought him over to Mom and Dad's house to introduce him to the family, you skipped out on that. Oh, that? Yeah, I blew that off. I had better things to do. A friend and I were planning to go bar hopping, and unlike you and our parents, she's actually fun. But then later on, Mom dropped his name to me, and I nearly choked. Because your precious Randall, yeah, he's the same Randall I used to date. What? Hold on, no, that cannot be possible. Oh, it's not just possible. It actually happened. He dumped me because of you. So don't act like you're some innocent bride here, because you're not. That doesn't even make sense. Randall's never mentioned you, not once. Yeah, go ahead and twist the knife, why don't you? You stole my boyfriend. You stole everything from me. And now you think you deserve a fairy tale wedding? Nuh-uh, I don't think so. I hope you're ready for what's coming, because I am gonna ruin your wedding. Olivia, stop. Please, calm down, okay? Can we just actually talk this through? There's clearly some kind of misunderstanding. I don't want to talk to you, traitor! There's no misunderstanding. You're just being your usual fake self. You can't find happiness of your own, so you have to steal it from someone else. Too bad for you, though. I caught on to your little scheme. Enjoy your fleeting happiness while it lasts, because when I'm through with you, you're never gonna smile again. Can you just tell me one thing? Where did you even meet Randall? Like I'd ever tell you that. Just know this. You better watch your back, Allie, because you're about to find out that you never should have messed with me. Hey, Randall, do you have a second right now? Like, can we talk?
Yeah, of course. Actually, I was just about to message you too. Weird timing.
Okay, so there's something I need to ask you. Would you mind if I went first? I promise, I'll hear you out later.
Sure, go ahead. You've got me a little worried, though. What's going on?
Alright, so this might sound totally bizarre, but, have you ever met my little sister?
Your sister? You said her name was Olivia, right? Huh. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't. I mean, I've seen a photo, remember? You showed me one ages ago, so if we had met, I think I'd know.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Sorry, I know it's a weird question, and I already knew the answer. It's just, something happened and I needed to double check. Please don't be mad.
No, it's totally fine, but what's going on? What's got you asking that out of nowhere?
So, Olivia texted me just now. She said, and I'm not making this up, that I stole her boyfriend.
Huh? You stole her boyfriend? That's news to me. Didn't you tell me she's been dating some guy for like 6 months now?
Yeah, I was pretty sure I had told you about that. I'm sure this whole thing is just one huge misunderstanding, but we've got a big problem. She's not listening to me. She's totally unhinged right now. She just got done saying a bunch of really scary stuff. Like she said she was going to ruin our wedding.
What? Okay, yeah, that's a major problem. Well, if that's what she's telling you, then I'll bet anything that she was the one behind that RSVP thing.
Did you figure something out about that?
Actually, yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you about just now. I looked at the RSVP cards you got back, and they don't match the ones we sent out.
Wait, what do you mean?
The ones that came to me look slightly different from the ones you got back, like the color tones are off.
color tones. Like, how?
It's a subtle difference, but once you notice it, it's super obvious. Different printers can make the reds or the blues more intense depending on the model, and that kind of thing really shows if you compare them side by side.
I seriously had no idea. That's even a thing?
Yeah, I looked it up just to be sure, but here's the thing. We printed all the invites at your place using your printer, right? Have you done anything with it since then? Like, changed the ink cartridge, changed the color settings, anything like that?
No, we don't even know how to mess with the settings.
Right. Then here's where it gets weird. All the decline cards that came back to you, they were definitely printed on a different printer.
What? That's crazy.
Looks like it. And there's more. Did you look at the postmarks?
Not really. I didn't think to check that.
Well, I did. Every single one of those decline replies was postmarked from your hometown.
Wait, no way. That can't be right. I have friends all over the country. Some in Florida, some in Seattle. That doesn't make any sense.
Is your sister still living at home?
Not exactly. She has her own place now, but it's only about a 20-minute drive from our parents' house.
Okay, that actually explains a lot. It's still too early to be sure, but yeah, this is really starting to add up.
God, this is just so much. I'm really, really sorry. You shouldn't have to deal with this kind of thing.
Hey, come on, don't apologize. None of this is your fault. We're in this together, right? Let's figure it out, you and me.
Yeah, thank you. I really needed to hear that. Hey there, Allie. So, how are you holding up? Does it hurt that no one bothered to show up for your wedding? Aw, you poor thing. Serves you right, you backstabber. Oh, but don't get the wrong idea. You think my revenge stops here? No, sweetie. I have only just begun. But what could possibly be worse than ruining your wedding, right? Well, guess what? I found out that you were cheating on Randall. And guess what else? Your boyfriend is my boyfriend now. But wait, there's more. I'm pregnant and he's the father. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to spend the rest of the day celebrating with your ex-boyfriend. Enjoy the most depressing wedding in history, Allie. Make sure someone takes pictures of you crying your eyes out. Oh, wait, that's right. No one's there. So, how's the saddest bride in the world doing this morning, huh? What did it feel like getting married with no one there to celebrate with you? I hope you cried yourself to sleep last night. Actually, no. I hope you were crying so hard that you couldn't even get to sleep last night. What are you even going on about? The wedding was perfectly fine. Just about everyone I invited came, and we all had a wonderful time. Actually, it was better than wonderful. A certain special surprise guest showed up. Not even I had any idea he was coming. And when he showed up and took the mic, I just couldn't believe it. Wait, what do you mean? A special guest? Yeah, he's a super popular YouTuber, and he gave a full live performance during the reception. It was incredible. He brought such amazing energy, the whole room was buzzing. Excuse me, what? A YouTuber? At your wedding? Yeah, turns out Randall met him through work somehow. And you know what's wild? I'm a massive fan of his. Oh God, I'm gonna treasure my memories from last night for the rest of my life. Huh? Wait a minute. I see what's going on here. Sorry, but I'm not falling for it. You couldn't have had a wedding. All of your guests told you they weren't coming, right? You can't have a wedding with no guests. I thought for sure you would have canceled it. A bit of advice, Olivia? The next time you think something, think again. Huh? Look, there's a lot I'm going to have to explain, but before we get into all that, check your DMs. I just sent you something. What are all these pictures? They're photos from the wedding, from yesterday. In case you're still clinging to the idea that it didn't happen, feel free to ask Mom and Dad. They were both there. They'll tell you exactly how it went down. Hold on a second. Who is that guy you're standing with? I don't know who he is, but he's not my Randall. His full name is Randall Lawrence. Wait, what? Lawrence? No, that's not right. My Randall's last name was Daniels. I know, Olivia. Olivia, my now husband's name is Randall Lawrence. And your ex-boyfriend's name is Randall Daniels. Wait a second. Nah, I'm not waiting for you to put the pieces together. It's very simple. You got the wrong Randall. What the... No, that can't be right. I don't understand. Randall broke up with me. I told him I wanted him to propose to me, and he said that he was sorry, but that he couldn't marry me. What's going on? Yeah, Olivia, that's because you pushed him way too hard. You were so obsessed with beating me to the altar that you cornered your Randall and basically demanded a proposal. No, that's not true. I talked to one of your friends a little while back, someone you probably think is still on your side. She told me the whole story. Apparently, Randall Shigetaro comes from a pretty wealthy family, and because of that, he's expected to be extra careful when it comes to marriage. He actually explained that to you clearly, didn't he? But instead of respecting that, you let your weird competitive streak get the better of you. You pressured him, ignored everything he told you, and basically made him feel like you couldn't be trusted. That's why he broke up with you. No way! And then, like a complete maniac, you heard the name Randall from Mom and jumped to the worst possible conclusion. You convinced yourself I had stolen your boyfriend. So what did you do next? You took the spare key to my apartment from Mom and Dad's place, snuck into my home, opened my laptop, and copied the files we used to print our wedding invites. Then, while I was out working, every time a reply envelope showed up in the mail, you snatched it from the box. You reprinted the RSVP card on your printer, marked it not attending, and dropped it back in the mailbox like nothing happened. How did you figure that all out? How do you think I asked all my friends what was going on? You did? And they answered? There's no way. I told them all never to talk to you again. Yeah, you had a pretty good story written out for yourself, didn't you? You told people that I had cheated on my fiancé with your boyfriend and that the engagement was called off. Then you said that I refused to admit I was in the wrong and that they needed to cut me off to teach me a lesson. Finally, you added that I would only ever lie about what happened, so they shouldn't believe a word I say. Then why? Why didn't they listen to me? Do you even need to ask? They just didn't believe you. None of them did. I mean, did you honestly expect they'd believe that I would steal my own little sister's boyfriend while engaged to somebody else? Well, yeah. You know, Randall actually knows a few of my close friends pretty well. So when he reached out and let them know the wedding wasn't canceled, that everything was still on, they weren't even surprised. They were like, yeah, we figured something was off. They told me they were kind of hesitant to reach out directly since, it's a pretty sensitive situation. They didn't want to intrude or ask something too personal without being sure. But then Randall messaged them, and then everything made sense to them. No, I can't believe this. After all the effort I put in, all that sneaking around and planning, and what, it didn't even do anything? It didn't work? Yeah, pretty much. Honestly, it kind of looked like you were just sabotaging yourself at a certain point. Like you were so deep into your own plan that you didn't even realize you were blowing up your own life. Oh my God. And listen, I know you're probably still spinning from all this, and I don't really want to pile it on, but there's actually one more thing I really need to ask. What do you want now? So, yesterday you told me that you were seeing the man I was cheating with. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can still win. Sure, my RSVP trick fell flat, but now I can just spill the beans to Randall. Then he's going to divorce you for sure. Uh-huh. So if you don't mind me asking, what's the guy's name? What's the point of asking now? You know who I'm talking about. It's your boss, Joe. You were totally hooking up with him, right? You think I'm cheating with him? I hope you enjoyed your first day of marital bliss, because it's gonna be your last. There's no way your Randall would stay with you after hearing something like that. Wow, okay. First of all, Joe isn't my affair partner. He's my stalker. What? Yeah, he's been creeping on me for months, messaging me constantly, showing up to places he has no business being, making weird comments at work. It's been exhausting. I didn't even tell most people because I just wanted to handle it quietly. I thought maybe if I ignored it long enough, it'd stop. And honestly, these last few months he had gone quiet, so I was finally starting to relax. But now I get it. He didn't magically back off. He backed off because you came along. Oh no. You mean to tell me that I've been getting with a stalker? Wow. Okay, well, thanks for dropping that bomb on me. I'll go ahead and pass this little tidbit of information on to his wife. Wait, you're kidding? He's married? Wow, you really didn't know? Well, surprise, he's married. Anyway, I've got a plane to catch, so I'll leave you to deal with the fallout. What? Where are you going? Hello? We just got married yesterday, Olivia. We're going on our honeymoon. And yeah, we're about to board our plane, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my phone off. Hey, no, you can't just leave me like this! What the hell am I gonna do about all of this? I don't know, what are you gonna do about it? All this mess you created because you couldn't handle me getting married before you? You brought this on yourself. You spiraled so far out of control you ended up torching your own relationship and making a complete fool of yourself. I hope someday you look back at this and realize just how completely and pointlessly you self-destructed. Wait, no, Allie, come on, please. Don't just disappear like this. Please, I was serious about having a baby. I don't want to have a stalker's baby. Allie, please, answer me. My little sister has always had a competitive streak when it came to me. Even as kids, our parents struggled to manage her temper and impulsiveness. Most of her outbursts would end in some dramatic failure, but this time things were more complicated, especially with her being pregnant. Apparently, my former boss and part-time stalker, now Olivia's baby daddy, was fully convinced they were going to get married. He agreed to divorce his wife and even paid her a massive amount of alimony to buy her silence and smooth things over. But while that was happening, Olivia was secretly trying to get back with her ex, Randall Davis, the same man she thought I'd stolen. She told him she was pregnant with his child, hoping it would convince him to take her back. Unfortunately for her, the timeline didn't add up, and he rejected her immediately. When Joe found out, he snapped. His old obsessive tendencies came rushing back, and he wasted no time ensuring that she had nowhere to go but right back to him. He personally went around to all of Olivia's friends and all our relatives, telling them exactly what happened between them. She was already on thin ice from the wedding fiasco, and when everyone learned about what else she had been up to, that was the end for them. Every single person who she once called family or friend has now completely cut ties with her. From what I've heard, she's now living quietly under his strict control, with nowhere to run and no one left to blame but herself.